Hello family and friends, this is Rob the Sapper Gardener representing Essayons Family Garden, and today we have a very new edition of Chow time. So this is a dish that I have made before, but we're definitely changing it up today. We're going to do a cod on our grill, but we're going to do it using some burdock leaves from our garden. And this is a dish that's reminiscent of one that my wife has done lots of times back home in the Philippines using banana leaves. People over in Greece also use it, do it using grape leaves. We're just going to use what we have in our garden, and we're going to use the burdock leaves. So I'm going to show you the rest of the ingredients before I go out to the garden, grab the burdock leaves. I'm going to bring them in, and then I'll talk you through how we're going to set them up before we set them out on the grill. So let me show you all the ingredients aside from the burdock leaves, and then I'll throw in just a quick shot of the finished burdock leaf after I get them from the garden. Alright, so hopefully you guys can see this. We don't have the best lighting, but the star ingredient obviously is our cod. We've got 3 pieces. We're going to be using butter as our oil, and sometimes we use coconut oil, which gives the fish a hint of sweetness, but today we're also using French tarragon, which imparts a slight hint of sweetness in my opinion. We're going to use some fresh ground black pepper and some Pinot Noir salt, and we're going to combine everything and wrap it inside of our burdock leaf. So let me run out to the garden to get that, and then once I'm back in, I'll take a quick shot of it in the sink and we'll assemble everything together. So I'm out here and I'm going to get a couple of the burdock leaves to wrap our fish in, and I'm going to try to get a couple that have 0 or little pest damage. We probably may not eat the leaves after we wrap the fish, or we might. I'm definitely going to taste it just to see, but the leaves can impart a little bit of bitterness to dishes, so we want to be very careful with that, especially since this is our first time cooking with them. So I'm going to snip off a couple of leaves and then wash them off twice, once outside and then once in the kitchen, and we'll soak the leaves for about an hour before we wrap the fish in them. And let me get a couple more. This one looks really good. So we're gonna take this bad boy too. Yeah. And let's find one more. I'm going to try not to rough handle them too much since we're wrapping food with them. We don't want to poke holes in them. So let me go around to the back side, because there's some really nice looking ones over there. So these back here are a lot larger. So they may not be quite as tender, but we're gonna take a chance and see. Let's see if I can get you down low, buddy. Let's get low, get low. Yep, see, that's right there. Gotta go. Oh, and I put a hole in it. So I'm gonna wash these off on the deck. Then Mrs. SG is gonna wash them again and soak them when we get inside, and we're gonna wrap our fish up. So we got our burdock leaves, we've got our French tarragon, the lime, the butter, the crushed fresh cracked black pepper, the Pinot Noir salt, and we're gonna wrap them up. and they're going to look like this. That's my first effort, second effort, so I'm getting better as we go along, and hopefully the third one will be just as improved. And we are using some soaked cooking twine. Alright, so we got everything on the grill that we're grilling today. Mrs. SG is inside making our side dishes, so let me flip you around and you can see our fish. It's not much to see, it's wrapped, but you can see the progress. So we got a few other dishes on here too. We got some steaks. We've got a whole wrap tilapia right there. That's my wife's favorite. That's one of the dishes that they grew up cooking in banana leaves back home in the Philippines. And we got our cod wrapped in burdock leaves here. If we do think it's cooking too much, we'll move it. We have a couple of cool spots on the grill. We can always move it to the top where we've been slow cooking some pork ribs that are about done and almost ready to come off. So when everything's done, we'll bring you guys back. We'll do a taste testing on the cod and let you guys know how it turns out. So our cod wrapped in burdock leaves is cooked for about 15 minutes now. We're going to give it about 5 minutes and then we're going to take it in. We already took our ribs in and our steaks are about perfect. The tilapia is a bigger fish, so we're going to cook it probably another 5 minutes or so. We turned it a few minutes ago, so we're going to let it cook for about 5 more minutes. So that'll be the last thing that we take off the grill, and then it'll be time to grub. Alright, we are back inside, and I have to admit I've already tasted the cod and it is delicious. And the aroma of the French tarragon just gives it a different aroma, which we love, but the entire meal is great. We've got fried green tomatoes Mrs. SG made. We've got the, was it flank steak or skirt steak? Flat iron steak. Super tender, cooked perfectly. It's well done, but it's still super tender. We've got the burdock wrapped cod. Just a minute, buddy. Some cheesy bread, some rice, some pasta. This is our Sunday meal, even though I think you guys will be watching this on Wednesday or Thursday. But it's a big meal for us. We'll have leftovers for a couple of days, but it's a day that we give thanks and rejoice in the blessings that we have. So, did you try the cod, sweetie?
I sure did. It was very good.
SK1, did you try the cod? Did you like it? Think it'll be better than the tilapia we got on the grill? You can be honest.
Not really.
Okay. So our family, 2 of the members are tilapia lovers. They love tilapia, especially whole fish tilapia, which I got from Mrs. SG this week. But I love the cod, and it's just something different. The burdock leaves came from our garden. The tomatoes came from our garden. We have beans Mrs. SG just showed that came from our garden. So it's just important for us to figure out the most creative ways to use everything that we have. I didn't actually taste the burdock leaves, which I guess I probably should. It's like paper now though, so I don't know how tasty this will be, but it's like paper now. So I'm sure if we cook it into dishes, and it does still have that bitter flavor that I read about. So Yeah, we'll have to be creative when we figure out how we're going to cook the leaves and dishes and the stems. But as far as wrapping the cod, it didn't impart a bitterness like I thought it would. I think the citric acid and the butter offset that bitterness perfectly.
And the tarragon.
And the tarragon, the Pinot Noir salt, the fresh cracked black pepper. All those flavors just go together perfectly. So I'm gonna stop jibber jabbering so I can dive into this meal with 2 hands and get it done. Plus I don't have anything to drink.
Oh, I can get it for you.
I'll get it. So you had something to say, SK2? I almost forgot.
Jack, one of those thingies there,
What thingies?
the white thingies.
The clouds?
No, that.
The alarm? The sensor for our alarm?
Yes.
Okay, that's the sensor for the alarm. Every
guess-
time we open the door we hear. I'm sorry, sweetie.
No, I was gonna say this is like an extension of his birthday.
Oh yeah, it is. He had a pizza for his birthday, and we still got some leftover pizza breadsticks that are perfect for this meal. And like I said, I want to go ahead and dig in. So, anything else to add, family? Mrs. SG?
I'm just waiting on tilapia.
So just waiting on that tilapia. And SK1, you have anything to add?
I just really want to eat.
He just wants to eat. I want to eat too. So let us get out of here. So on behalf of Essayons Family Garden, I'm Rob, the Sapper Gardener. And I would like to say God bless our great country, America. You, wherever you reside around the world, your garden, your harvest, your kitchen, your meals, and especially your family to have health, success, and prosperity, especially during these troubled times. Take care. Sapper out. And
Let's get it out.
all right. Take care, everyone. And as always, Mrs. SG is out there getting the tilapia off. I forgot to mention, we also, the ribs that I showed earlier, we did I believe it was, yeah, it was a sweet and a spicier Steve shake. So we want to thank Steve, Uncle Steve, and Papa Texas again. The rib, oh man. The ribs are perfect. We did add a little bit of barbecue sauce on top of it once they were done. But you can still taste the Steve shake. So apologies, we almost forgot about you, Papa Texas, and Uncle Steve shake. Thank you again for the seasoning. Now I really am gonna go dig in.